Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Leathur Rokk, and this is right in front of the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. And I'm filming this on a Saturday afternoon, early evening. It is 7:31 p.m. And I got kind of a late start trying to get my stuff together to see if anything was open. And I'm about to find out if any places are open yet. I just passed a dollar store and it wasn't open. I don't know whether it was maybe open earlier and it closed, but I can't imagine if it was open earlier why they would close now, because it's still quite lovely. I don't know what the temperature is, but as you can see, I'm wearing kind of a suit coat and I'm wearing a real flimsy miniskirt, and it doesn't seem to be doing too well. I'm not freezing. So let's go on an adventure, shall we? One thing I think I should mention, if you happen to be passing in front of Boardwalk Hall and you see the sign behind me that tells about the acts that are coming up, don't rely on it being accurate. I just read something online about how Kiss is canceling their current world tour, and they were supposed to be here with David Lee Roth as their opener on August 29th, but Gene Simmons just said that they were canceling. So just because some band says back there that they're playing in the future does not mean that they're doing that. Now, maybe some of the local things going on might be open up depending on if we open up. But right now, the nationals don't seem to be coming yet because the whole companies are not allowing tours at this time. So don't be fooled by the sign. Oh, I want to ask you guys something. You see that Miss America statue? I want you guys to take a look at the detailing on this jacket. Doesn't this look like something that maybe a Miss America contestant might wear if they needed a real dressy suit coat? Well, maybe I can pretend I'm getting my crown now. If I don't fall and drop my computer. Let's see, stand right up here. Yay! Miss America. Woohoo! Welcome to Atlantic City. Oops, gotta turn. Welcome to the Korea War Memorial in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We also have a sunset that seems like it's happening, but you can't see it now. But this has been a hell of an interesting day. Just so you know, look how desolate and empty the boardwalk is. Nothing seems to be open at all. Dollar stores are not open. And I was just told that anybody that's looking for their usual supermarkets and liquor stores and everything in Renaissance Plaza, they closed them sometime this morning. Payless is closed. Save-A-Lot's closed. Family Dollar is closed. So many places are closed. I guess because today is a lot of people's check day, and you didn't want a whole bunch of people flooding into stores, half of them unmasked, even though I thought that you had no choice but to wear a mask going into stores. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about what an adventure I had today. But let me get my purses first. Okay? Now, you wouldn't believe this. In addition to the brand new, what I'm assuming to be broken computer that somebody just gave me, I just ran into somebody else who I actually knew to speak to, who just said, would I like to smoke weed? And of course, there's only one answer to that. And so we actually went down to almost the beach, and we kind of violated some of that social distancing, I will admit. And he had one of those kind of bowls that had the cover on it that has the hole so that it kind of protects the wind from blowing things out. And we had to get a little too close for the light to not go out. But I actually have a little bit of a buzz. I think that's really groovy. Now I'm going to try to show you some things. I don't want to leave all this stuff behind because I've got a real heavy additional computer in my hand right now. Okay, I'm going to show you a statue of a really tall man. Behind me, what you could see, that's the Claridge Hotel. I'm sure most of you guys know that. Now, this is really dark. When they did the groundbreaking for this place, my father was in attendance because my father happened to be a Korea War vet. Look at that gentleman behind me. That is a big man. That's a big statue. Oh, I'm going to set my bags down because, oh, they are so heavy. Look at this. Yeah, the sun's going down. I can't really find too much groovy things to show you guys. This says New Jersey Korean War Memorial. I don't know that this is very clear. My father's name isn't on there because this is referring to the people that died in action. My father died, but he did not die in Korea. I mean, if that had happened, he wouldn't have met my mom and I wouldn't be born. So, but, and these are some soldiers. And so, and some years ago, these things used to be able to be played, what I'm about to show you here, and nobody ever fixed them. So, and it says Congressional Medal of Honor recipients. Okay, this is getting really hard to see, so I'm going to show you some more stuff. Here's the back view of the Korean War Memorial. This is on the edge of what is known as Brighton Park, and this is right in front of the Claridge. And if you guys didn't know, the Claridge also has a reputation for having what's considered to be the gay beach here. But through the years, Brighton Park has been used for art exhibitions. They also had wine and cheese nights recently. Well, not recently, but like last summer. But with this COVID-19, I wish I could tell you when they're going to open up things. Some more statues. I want to make sure that I don't lose sight of my bags back there. But there is... Okay, let's see who this guy is. I'm so afraid of slipping and falling and dropping this computer. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I can show you a few more things, but I don't know. It's getting pretty dark. Live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And Bally's, of course, is right next door. Okay, I was going to go up past resorts, but as you can see behind me, it looks like absolutely nothing is open. If they enforced a shutdown, especially knowing that today was check day, they seem to be making a concerted effort to keep people from having excuses to congregate. I just had an interesting conversation with the guy that I got stoned with a few minutes ago, and he told me a whole bunch of stuff about the second wave that could potentially hit here after October, and how Atlantic City has been having a surge in cases, and Atlantic County has been having a surge in COVID-19 cases. And one of the things that he also told me about the impact on the homeless community is apparently some of the places are still serving sit-down dinners, one of them being the Atlantic City Rescue Mission. And of course, I don't need to tell you that sitting down in close proximity to people indoors is just asking for problems, because there's no way you can wear a mask at the same time as you're eating. There's already been reports, or at least expressions of concern about this potential spread of COVID-19 amongst the homeless community. And in fact, the gentleman who I was talking to and who I got my information from is a member of said homeless group. I had met him like last year. And anyway, I'm really glad that I went out today to get all this information. I would not have been able to find this news that I'm able to report to you guys. But as you can see behind me, There's very little lights on in any stores. There's nobody congregating, going in and out of any places. I'm going to assume that the casinos, since casinos are closed, none of the businesses attached to them are open. In addition, none of the restaurants that are usually attached to the outsides of casinos that do takeout, none of them seem to be open right now. That is not to say that there aren't restaurants that are doing takeout and delivery here in Atlantic City, but in order to find them, you really need to go on the websites that they have set aside. There are places that do want your business, but if you were thinking of coming out of town to Atlantic City this weekend, I really can't encourage you to do that. I am filming on the 2nd of May, just to clarify. I can't speak for tomorrow, but I'm guessing if they don't want anybody running around today on a Saturday, they don't want anybody tomorrow. Plus, after midnight, we're expecting more thunderstorms. The rain, sometimes when it hits really hard. I had a chance to go out. A friend of mine lives a couple blocks away in a rooming house where, of course, they still do not allow visitors. But he has a couple big trucks, and he got a whole bunch of weed, and he was thinking of coming and get me stoned, but anyway, that really didn't need to happen because as it is, I had a lot of filming to do. And, but yeah, things are really not back to normal here. Oh, you want to see some of what the sunset sort of kind of looks like? Of course, this isn't doing it justice because of the glare. You know, I'm just holding my Lenovo webcam and this is how I'm getting this footage. Now, I know this light isn't good and my nose is running like a bitch. But, what do you think of my lip color? There's a story behind this. When I was asking my mother some, she likes it when I ask her some fashion advice, and I was telling her that I needed to come up with a lip color that harmonized well with my jacket and would not come off on my mask. And I was actually looking at some of my liquid dry lip colors, and none of them were green enough. And she was looking at my eyeshadow palettes, and she happened to pick this eyeshadow. And she thought I was looking for eyeshadow. She didn't know I was looking for a lip color. Anyway, that's how I came up with this lip color. So now you know. If you look behind me, you see a cop car. It's the first cop car I've seen on the beach, on the boardwalk. But it's good knowing they're patrolling, making sure that people are staying out of trouble. Makes me feel a little safer. Thank you, Atlantic City Police Department. Now, I wish you guys to spend more time around my neighborhood and take care of the ragamuffins that are causing us hell. Wouldn't that be nice? Sorry, guys. All these places you used to be able to eat outside the casinos, they're all closed. I don't think this weekend is open yet. So, and yeah, we're getting more COVID-19 cases in Atlantic County and Atlantic City. It's not safe yet. This is interesting. While looking at all the windows of the storefronts here in the casinos, I was first attracted to this sign. This is Bally's, and as you can see, there's a sign saying how Bally's is closed. Now I'm going to give you some time to read the sign. The second thing I noticed was that there seemed to be a TV on with some kind of sports. And let's show you. And the other thing I happen to notice is that there is a security guard watching said sports on TV. Can you even see? If there's a glare, I don't know how to stop from seeing that. But there is absolutely a security guard watching some kind of a football game on. And since Comcast is still out where I live, I don't have any way to watch TV, so I don't know if any sports teams are playing. I thought no sports was going on. And my vision isn't well enough for me to tell whether there is any Oh, this must be a replay of something because there's an audience in the stands. Anyway, yeah, so apparently there is a skeleton crew of security in these casinos that are still closed. So this is interesting. I wouldn't have known if I hadn't been busybodying here. I wish you could see through the glare, but that guard is absolutely watching a football game. Here in Atlantic City, at Bally's Wild Wild West Hotel Casino, on the 2nd of May at 8:33 p.m. on a Saturday night. A very weird, desolate Saturday night in Atlantic City during COVID-19. The only people that are about, there's a couple people behind me that are sitting at a bench. But that's it. Matter of fact, you could see these doors are padlocked. Ain't nobody getting in. Live from Atlantic City. Don't catch this virus, folks. I see something else that's really interesting. The last couple of days, we've had some intense high winds. Well, not intense like hurricane or tornado or anything. I would never want to trivialize that. But a couple of days, or last week, some sidings, parts of my roof fell down, just little parts. Well, there are parts of the facade of this here used to be the site of the original Boardwalk Bowl, where my father went almost pro as a bowler. And I'm going to show you some of the chunks of the facade that fell down here. So yeah, the winds get pretty wicked. This is obviously right where the ocean is, and so there's really no protection. And this is such a beautiful facade. If this was in the daytime, you could see much more colorfully. This is my favorite part of Bally's, actually. But I took a look in the window at the sports book, and aside from that one football game, all the other screens seem to be dead, so it looks so creepy in there. Okay, I want to show you a cupcake store. And this place is only open on the weekends when it's even open. And these cupcakes are so expensive, dude. They are ridiculously expensive. And they have, like, half of them have liquor in them, which, of course, I couldn't eat them. But and they sell other things, t-shirts besides cupcakes. But this place, I mean, would you spend $3 on a single cupcake? And some of them are more. I swear that I think they'd do more business if they would be open on more than just the weekends. But of course that doesn't count now. I think the only one that I would like is the one that's all chocolate. When this virus is all over, did you guys know that you can get dollar hot dogs someplace besides some of the dollar stores? This is Gold Tooth Gertie's. Gold Tooth Gertie's is also one of the places you can take advantage of free Wi-Fi. But nobody's getting any of this stuff now. So we got a virus. I think I'm attracting the attention of a security guard inside, so I think it's time for me to go home. No sense of freaking people out. Even though there's people that keep on telling me that I'm technically media, so I should put my mask on and mosey on out of here. see that they have police put some barricades up on the boardwalk this way to make it even harder for vehicular traffic. Technically, nobody's supposed to drive on the boardwalk except for police anyway. Otherwise, you need a permit. And of course, the trams are no longer going because of coronavirus, and the rolling chairs that the guys and some women push, they're not going on. Now, I think there's too much light glow on it, so you can't see it, but when we get close to this barricade, you will see. Oh, and here's a view of the Sky Bridge. This is the bridge that goes from Caesars Casino to what is now called the playground. This pier here used to have a succession of names going back since way before I was born. At one time, this was the $1 Million Pier, then it was the Ocean One Mall, then it was the pier at Caesars, but recently it's been called the Playground, which I think is kind of funny because there's so many places called the Playground, including some strip joints, including some liquor stores. So, yeah, but this is a land bridge. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to try to turn this off because I hear some music. Well, it is now 9:16 p.m. I just got in from my little boardwalk adventure. I am taking a look to see how my makeup actually, I'm starting to say survived is what I meant to say. My nose started running like absolute crazy, and looks like I have some. Let's take a look at the mask. See how much crud came off on the inside of it. Well, if you can see any good here, there is some dirt on the edges and the inner area where the nose may have rubbed, and where the chin. This area here is where the chin kept on rubbing, because I slipped it on and off sometimes. It does hold the air kind of up against your face sometimes when you're carrying heavy things. And since I had a new computer to carry with me in addition to what I was already carrying, I literally doubled the weight of everything that I was hauling, and I didn't really anticipate that, but you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And of course I have to get spray bleach solution and clean that new computer very thoroughly, and it probably doesn't have a cord with it, so eventually I'm going to have to get a cord. And eventually, when all this COVID stuff dies down, I will haul it to Best Buy and have them take a look at it and do whatever. Boy, what a day! I cannot believe all the interesting things that happened today, but it's a shame how desolate things were. But it looks like my makeup did a pretty good job. I would imagine if I look really closer in better light, I will see some rub off of my foundation. But not too bad. But then again, I wasn't out that long either. I was afraid I was going to get caught in the rain. That would be a bad thing. So, okay. Oh, here's my tabby boy. My tabby boy. Oh, my baby. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. My kitties certainly like to steal the show. And I make 3 new videos a week for your viewing pleasure. Until then, talk to you soon. Bye.